want this, family? So this is my postpartum video. Most of y'all have been asking when I was gonna post it, but I wanted to make sure I was like fully finished with it all, so that way I could give y'all the best explanation about it. I guess that makes sense. I answered y'all's questions in the video, so it just wasn't kind of like questions by itself. I did need a break, so it definitely did feel good to do that, but now I'm gonna be like making my videos and uploading them. But let's get into the video. So postpartum is what you and your body goes through after giving birth, and it can also consist of like baby blues and depression. So these are all the things that help me get through postpartum. Everything that I talk about will be linked in the description below. So adult diapers, I totally recommend adult diapers. They're super comfortable. They keep everything in place. I'm not worried about blood leaking out or anything. I wore them to sleep. I wore them even going out with pants sometimes. So what they gave me at the hospital was like these 2 overnight pads, and they were like kind of little, but I don't know, they weren't so big, because usually at hospitals what they give you is like these huge pads, and I didn't get that. So I wore it for about 1.5 months, and then I just started working my way into pads and then tampons. I recommend the Always Discreet Boutique brand because they was just super comfortable, and I tried like other brands and they were just like I did not like them. Ice packs, so you basically crack them and then shake them, and then they just get instantly cold and you can put them down there. That's what I usually put first in my diaper. Like, this is my diaper and it's the ice pack. So next is the Tux medicated cooling pads. So those helped me so much. It kind of helped numb it a little bit, not really though, but it would get like itchy or something, or irritated like real bad. So I would put the diaper and then put the ice pack and then put the Tux medicated pad. Those felt so good. I recommend putting them in the fridge because it just feels cool, and then it just feels way better. They're also good for helping get rid of hemorrhoids. So I did have hemorrhoids. If you heard in my labor and delivery video, make sure y'all go watch that, link in bio. Next is a Paraneural spray. I think that's how you say it. I'm not sure, so don't come for me if that's not right. It was a little tube that you just squirt, and you just like kind of go like that and you squirt it, and it cleans the area because you can't really wipe it, or you're not supposed to. So what I would do is I would put warm water and then put a little bit of witch hazel. The hospital gave me that one, but what I see a lot that people had is the Frida baby ones, and it has like a little knob, and it's like, I don't know, it makes it way easier to spray it. So I do recommend that, but if you're on a budget, just don't get it and just use the hospitals. Next is witch hazel, which is what I put in the bottle, just because I wasn't too sure if I got like a scented one and it was gonna like irritate it. I also used baby water wipes, so basically what you wipe them with. I just kind of dabbed it up there until I could slowly start wiping. It just helped make me feel way cleaner than just spraying, because I feel like it didn't do much. So yeah. So next are the hot and cold breast pads. So they were like, it was like little Orbeez and kind of like plastic, so you just kind of place it on there, and those felt so good. If you're breastfeeding, you're supposed to use like hot, so you put it in the microwave and then just place it on there, because it did help like give relief. And if you're not breastfeeding, then the cold will give relief also, but it'll also stop your supply. Next is nipple balm. I really recommend getting some nipple balm, because your nipples will hurt so bad those first that first week, 2 weeks even. They just will feel dry and cracked. I use this Honest Company nipple balm. I use the Medela at hospital because that's the one they gave me, but I didn't like that one. So the Medela just felt like lotion, but the Honest Company felt like Vaseline, and I just like the way it felt sitting on there. It lasted longer, so I recommend the Honest Company. Next was a waist trainer. So the waist trainer really did make a difference. I did use it, but it hurt me, so I didn't really wear it that much. It really just made me feel like ugh. So pills, I kept taking my prenatal pills because it did help with my hair and my nails and just, you know, good stuff like that. And if you're breastfeeding too, it helped with that. So, and then at the hospital they gave me ibuprofen, Tylenol, constipation pills, and then iron pills. those were just all lifesavers. If I did not take my pills, I wouldn't have gotten through my postpartum at all. So my postpartum experience, I'm gonna just say it was dreadful. So for depression and baby blues, I'm not sure which one I got, but I know I got something. It was mainly at night. I would cry to my boyfriend and I'll like tell him like, why do I have to go through all this pain? Like, it was going so good, the whole labor and everything, and then just afterwards it just kind of went bad. It was like hurting. I was hurting real bad, so it just kind of made me depressed, I guess. So at the hospital, when like after I gave birth, I was in so much pain, and all I wanted to do was hold my baby. I just wanted to be with her. I just wanted to change her diaper. I just wanted to do all this stuff, but I couldn't because I was hurting so bad, and it made me real sad. So I feel like that kind of made my depression even worse. And even at home too, like I really needed help from my boyfriend because I was just still trying to recover from everything, but okay, so sleep-wise, I barely slept for like a month. Not that I was so worried about my baby, but it was just kind of, I was used to it, I guess, because when I was pregnant with her, I would wake up at like 2, 4, 6, like those different times. So I wasn't really getting no sleep. Now this is a TMI, but poop-wise, honestly, it wasn't so bad pooping the first time after birth. I did poop like a few hours later. They gave me like some drink. It was like, I don't know, and it helped me like go poop. So, and then I was taking constipation pills too, which made it way easier to go poop. So I didn't really have no problem about that. But I did have hemorrhoids. I actually still do have hemorrhoids. I do feel my hemorrhoid like every once in a while, but it's not too bad. Only when I'm like forcing my poop out, I guess. It made it a little worse to go poop, but like I said, I took pain medicine, so it wasn't too bad. Okay, now my pills. So I had like a schedule on my notes, and it would be like when you check off. So it was like certain times that I could take my pills, and I did that. I checked them off and I made sure I took them on time, because if I did not, I would be in so much pain and I just wouldn't have been able to get through the day. Now at the hospital, I don't know why, but all I wanted really was like my mom. I don't know, I just felt like an attachment that I got. I would cry for her just because she had to go to work. I used to hate it. I did not want her to go to work. I'd be like, okay, well, can you come straight after work? Just come be with me, because, I don't know, she made me feel like so much better. And yeah. And then when I got back to the house, so Israel, I did not want Israel to go back to work because I was more scared that I wasn't going to be able to do something, because I was still in pain when I got home and I was still trying to recover. So he took off for like 3 weeks and I was still kind of hurting. I just didn't want him to go, but eventually I just kind of got over it and just toughed it out, I guess. And now for bleeding, honestly, the way they talk about it is like you bleed like so much to where you can't handle it, but it's just kind of like a period for a really long time depending on your body. So my bleeding didn't stop till a few days ago, and it lasted for 12 weeks. Oh, it was so dreadful. I hated it. So now I'm finally like happy because I ended it. But I think on top of it, it was also because I got the birth control, which is in my arm, the implant. So they say that you do bleed after you get it, and they gave me that like right after the hospital. So I felt like that on top of it made me bleed even more. But yeah, it was a really long time. Now my weight and my belly. So I never got depressed about my weight or my belly. It did go down pretty quick. It went down like maybe in like 2 weeks. I do still have that flab, you know, that you have, because they say you never go back to what you were before, and I'm not. So I do weigh 10 more pounds than I did before. I went from 90 to 100. Okay, so a lot of y'all have been asking to see my belly. I will just put a picture So this is my belly now. So I do still have a little bit of flab, and I do have a bunch of stretch marks. And I guess I'm not really tripping about it because, you know, I gave birth to my beautiful daughter. And she just makes me so happy and just not even care about my tummy or how it looks. So stretch marks, I got them all over. That's my baby over there. So stretch marks, I got them all over my tummy, and I got them all on my thighs, in the back of my thighs, and then my whole like butt. And now breastfeeding. So in the beginning, for like maybe 2 days, she was latching on so good, but then eventually over time I just built up stress. So there was so much stress on me, which made my breastfeeding process like so much worse. And they gave my baby like a pacifier when I wasn't like there. They like took her out at 12 every night, and when they did, they stuck a passy in her mouth so she wouldn't cry. And so she came back with a passy, and when I woke up, she had a pacifier in her mouth, and I was just kind of a little bit stressed. So that also kind of just made her like not breastfeed right. So she would just latch on, latch off, latch on, latch off, and then it started making like, which made my nipples hurt way more than they were already hurting. The fact that she wasn't latching all right, she had to eat. So the pediatrician was like, okay, well, let's get you hooked up to a pump. I was just like, okay, let's do it. She hooked me up and everything to it, so like they were on me and it was pumping. But I did not know how to take them off, because she said there was gonna be some like in the ring. So there was like none in a bottle that I was like connected to, because you don't produce that much until like a week later or something like that. But there was some in like the suction cup kind of thing. And then I asked for my pediatrician to come back to the room so she could help me, but they were like, oh, well, she's busy right now and stuff. So my nurse, he came in and he helped me take it off. But when he was doing it, I guess he didn't really know what he was doing. He was just kind of winging it. He did look new, the way he would do stuff. So I was like, kind of like sketchy about the whole thing, and I didn't want to be like, no, I don't know, because I didn't know what I was doing either. But when he had did it, it kind of like spilled down my body and all over like the pillows, sorry, and the blankets and stuff. And so I made like enough for her to eat to fill her up. So I made enough like for her to eat to get full on, but it just kind of all dripped and wasted. So that like took a big toll on me, and all I know is that I just didn't want to see that doctor anymore, you know. But that's like eventually where I was like, I can't do this no more, because it was making me super stressed. And it was really bad. So that's eventually where I was like, I don't know if I could do it. My nipples were hurting, I was depressed, I was stressed, and just everything that had happened. And I had to give her like formula because I lost everything I like produced, and so she had to eat. So we had to give her a bottle and like supplement, and I really didn't want to, but we just had to. So then when we did give her the bottle, it just did kind of lift some weight off my shoulders. It did make it a little bit easier, so we just kind of stuck with the bottle. So advice I have for y'all, my advice is keep up with your pills and like know when to take them, and also keep up with like your pamper routine, like putting on your dope diapers, ice packs, you know, everything that you need. And then just take as much as help as you can in the beginning, because you will be tired and just kind of overwhelmed with everything. I know it feels like it's never gonna end, but eventually it does. So just kind of hang in there if you are about to go through postpartum or if you're going through it. So bye.